Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Wrestling Rants and Reviews. Big Mike going back at you with another video. And today's video just happens to be, yes, another day in wrestling history. Looks to be like it's a little bit more eventful than the last couple of days, so that's always a bonus. And today's wrestling history is for August the 2nd, and it goes as follows. Well, we got something here we haven't seen in a little while. Is the trivia. That's right, a little bit of trivia, a little bit of useless knowledge, as I used to call it. Back in 1998, WWF Sunday Night Heat aired for the first time on the USA Network. Also in 1998, Shinya Hashimoto wins the New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax tournament, defeating Kazuya Yamazaki in the final. 10 years later, in 2008, WWE, excuse me for my fucking stumbling of my big tongue, WWE Saturday Night's main event aired for the final time, which is sad. You know, I remember watching that right from the time I was growing up. Saturday Night main event was awesome. It was the only time I was allowed to stay up past 11 when I was young. You know, and I got to see some great wrestling, and there's a lot of great memories from back then. It's too bad we don't have it today, but it just wasn't the same from when I was young. I remember when they brought it back because it had its hiatus for as many years as it was, and it just didn't have the same feel, so I don't know, but something that is truly missed. Anyways, moving on, we do have an event for this day on August 2nd. As I mentioned earlier, Sunday Night Heat aired for the first time, so it is a Sunday. That means there was a pay-per-view in 98. And it was ECW, that's right, ECW Heatwave was held in Dayton, Ohio. This was the 5th time Heatwave was an event, but it was the very first time to air on pay-per-view. And we've seen some matches, such as Masato Tanaka defeating Mike Awesome. And no pun intended, but that's awesome. I'm sure, I can't remember the match, but I'm sure it was awesome. No pun intended. Because these two, no matter if it was for FMW or ECW or even at WWE One Night Stand, these guys always had some great fucking matches. It was rough and tough and straight, strong style to the point, knocking each other's blocks off. Fucking awesome. Seriously. The Roaring Elbow versus the Awesome Bomb. If you have never seen any of these guys' matches, at least check out the WWE One Night Stand one. Awesome battles. Here we go. Sabu and Rob Van Dam defeating Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki to retain the ECW tag team titles. Another match that I'm sure was high flying and amazing. You know, we got Hayabusa for crying out loud. The guy was a one-man fucking pay-per-view himself, and you put him in there with Mr. Pay-per-view, guaranteed a fucking time and a great match. Taz defeating Bam Bam Bigelow in a Falls Count Anywhere's match to retain the ECW FTW title. Another great match. Had to have been. These two guys, a big man like Bam Bam Bigelow, being as agile as he is, being able to fucking pull out the plunder and beat Taz with whatever he wants. And Taz being, a short piece of muscle that he was, being able to suplex you anywhere and anytime. Good shit. Tommy Dreamer, Spike Dudley, the Sandman defeat the Dudley Boys, Bubba Ray Devon, and Big Dick in a street fight. Big Dick. There was a lot of Dudleys. There was Big Dick, there was Sign Guy, Spike. There's more that I know of, but I just can't think of. But some crazy Dudleys. And I always like to say, if it wasn't for ECW, the Dudley Boys wouldn't be who they are today. And that's, I know you guys are probably saying, well, no shit. But I don't think the WWE would ever have picked them up, ever. And if they did, they probably wouldn't have got the same treatment because of what they did in ECW. So I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of the Dudleys. I didn't mind them in ECW. It was a fun gimmick. They had some great feuds, but I don't know. I drew very stale of them right away after WWE. Anyways, title changes for this day in wrestling history. In 1992, we see Ron Simmons defeat Big Van Vader to win the WCW World title, becoming the first African American to hold a world championship. 1993, Luna Vachon defeats Miss Texas to win the USWA Women's title. 2005, on Velocity. Yeah, on Velocity of all places. Nunzio defeats Paul London to win the Cruiserweight title. Oh, excuse me. 2008, Brent Albright defeats Adam Pearce to win the NWA World title. Birthdays for this day. In wrestling history, we got a couple. Happy birthday to WWE, and former WWE and World Tag Team Champion Harry D.H. Smith. That's right, he's 25 years young today. And Mexican superstar El Hijo del Santo is 48. And if he was still kicking, if he was still living, it would have been the birthday of former Mexican national champion Angel Blanco. who would have turned 73 years young. And happy birthday to you, YWC, or YouTube land, or wherever you're watching this video at. And if it's somewhere else other than the YWC or YouTube, thank you for someone putting it out there. I really appreciate it. But once again, thank you for watching. I'm Big Mike, and that's that.